Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a group of college friends, bound by all those inside jokes and annual traditions. They gather at their cherished summer cottage.
Sounds pretty idyllic, right?
Totally.
Right.
But as the story you shared with us unfolds, what if this isn't just like a normal vacation? What if it's more of a last hurrah?
Mm-hmm.
Riddled with secrets they've held onto for ages, some really surprising announcements, and, well, basically a full-blown reckoning.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is how this deep dive into fiction gives us this lens, a lens to explore really human experiences.
Like what, specifically?
Well, the messy way friendships evolve over time, the sheer courage it sometimes takes to actually pursue happiness,
Right.
and just the really complex ways we all cope with change and conflict, too.
You sent us such a compelling story, and our mission today is really to distill those core dynamics,
Yeah.
the hidden motivations driving these characters and those moments that just pop up unexpectedly and turn a simple trip into this, like, profound journey.
Self-discovery, reconnection,
Mm.
all of it.
Exactly. So get ready for maybe some aha moments about relationships, honesty, and maybe finding your own version of a happy place. Okay, so the story, it centers on Harriet and her two best friends, Sabrina and Cleo. What's compelling right away, just reading your notes, Harriet says they met purely by chance.
Right, freshman at Mattingly College. It felt like a decision made by strangers, she said.
Yeah, she even jokes it was like some government-funded experiment because, on paper, they shouldn't have worked.
They really shouldn't have. But despite that, they became, quote, the most important friendships in my life.
So that accidental start, what does that tell us about their bond? Is it stronger because of it?
That's a great question. I think it highlights how sometimes our most significant connections aren't planned. They're just serendipitous.
Right?
Like that very first night, Sabrina, who's super organized, gets them watching Clueless on her laptop.
Classic.
Totally. And by the end of that first week, she'd already made them custom T-shirts.
Oh yeah, the T-shirts. Based on that instant inside joke, Sabrina's was virgin who can't drive. Harriet's was.
Virgin who can drive.
And Cleo's not a virgin, but great driver.
Exactly. That immediate kind of quirky bonding, it really cemented things for them.
And they wore them all the time. Just never outside the dorm, apparently.
Huh? Probably wise.
Your notes say they loved their musty room, spent hours just wandering campus. Cleo even painted a nude portrait of Sabrina and Harriet.
She did, for a class project.
Yeah.
And they hung it over their door, surrounded by Polaroids of, let's say, their wilder moments.
Wow. Even their height differences, Harriet mentions, felt like proof they belonged together, like they balanced each other out.
It really speaks to that youthful feeling, that certainty of belonging, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And then the circle expanded beyond the trio.
Yeah, pretty organically.
Uh-huh.
We meet Wyn, Harriet's ex-fiancé now, but back then he was the legendary party king of Paxton Avenue.
Right.
Then there's Parth, Sabrina's fiancé, who was Wyn's best friend. Your notes describe him as Photoshop good-looking type A lawyer.
With a long-term signature scent. Got it.
That's him. And Cleo brought in her girlfriend, Kimmy. So together they formed this core sixum.
The sixum. And their physical anchor, the Armas family cottage in Maine. It sounds like it's practically a seventh member of the group.
Oh, absolutely. It was their favorite place in the world. It just radiated this irresistible warmth. You know, that feeling you only get when you're in the exact right place with the exact right people.
So it wasn't just a house.
Not at all.
Oh.
It was like a container for their history. The sources are packed with memories, dragging mattresses down for a super bed in the living room.
Staying up all night talking.
Yeah. And the fire pit where they did those blood packs, burning their fingers on the hot metal.
Oh. But intense bonding.
Definitely. Parth doing that crazy cardboard luge race down the stairs.
Uh.
And that really telling moment when Kimmy cut her foot on the pier and Wyn, former party king, but always protective, just carries her up those rickety stairs.
While she's demanding grapes be thrown into her mouth.
Right. It's funny, but it shows that deep level of care and trust they had built there. These aren't just stories. They're symbolic.
Okay, so this perfect backdrop, right? Steeped in 2 decades of memories, their ultimate sanctuary. But then, things start to crack.
Mm-hmm. Even happy places can become pressure cookers.
And the first crack appears almost right away. Sabrina's dad announces he's selling the cottage next month.
Prompted by wife number 6.
Right. So this trip, he says, is their last trip here. That's a massive blow, isn't it?
It's huge. It immediately sets this urgent, kind of somber tone. But wait, there's more.
Oh,
That's not the only secret Sabrina and Parth have been keeping. They drop another bombshell.
what is it?
They've been secretly engaged for a whole year.
A year.
And the real kicker, they plan to get married this Saturday at the cottage.
This Saturday, like in a few days.
Yep. Just the 6 of them, which ramps up that last trip pressure even more.
Talk about a double whammy. Okay, Sabrina's reasoning. She says the house sale cleared some stuff up for her. And she's tired of trying to be smart at the expense of my own happiness. What's that really about, do you think?
It's very telling. It suggests she's always felt this pull between maybe what society expects a big wedding, a certain path, and what she actually needs emotionally.
Connection, simplicity.
Exactly. This forced ending with the cottage seems to have just jolted her, made her prioritize what really matters, even if it seems impulsive. It's that classic head versus heart thing.
Okay. And while all this is swirling around, the real core conflict, the thing driving so much tension,
Sure.
is Harriet and Wyn.
Right, the big secret.
They broke up 5 months ago, secretly, and now they have to pretend to still be a couple for the entire week.
To avoid ruining everything for Sabrina's impromptu wedding. The weight of that, it's immense.
You can feel it immediately in the physical awkwardness. They get put in the honeymoon suite.
The open concept bathroom. Zero privacy.
Torture, pure torture. Wyn keeps pulling her close, arm around her.
Forced intimacy.
And Harriet feels totally trapped in this lie. She notes, adrenaline is doing weird things to me. Which makes sense, because she usually avoids conflict like the plague.
Absolutely. It sets up this whole week of performing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A total contrast to the supposed authenticity of their special place.
So, beyond that immediate drama, this trip really forces everyone to look inward, doesn't it? Let's start with Harriet. You mentioned she's always been driven by what others expect.
Yeah.
Wanting to be a surgeon since she was 14. But she's questioning if it was really her dream or if it was, for her parents.
Right. They sacrificed their own dreams. Her mom gave up med school. Her dad, astrophysics, after her older sister was born.
And Harriet felt responsible.
It seems so. She explicitly thinks, I've spent my whole life trying to make it up to them.
Wow.
It's that sense of inherited obligation. It's powerful, but it can lead you so far away from yourself. She even admits she didn't realize how little I understood myself until I met Cleo and Sabrina.
It's poignant, isn't it, that realization? And given the stress of her residency doing all that scut work, the less glamorous stuff.
The grind.
It kind of makes sense she'd be drawn to something completely different, like cozy mysteries.
An escape, maybe?
Seems like it. And that search leads her to pottery.
Yes. And it wasn't just like a hobby. It became this space for real clarity. Her mind felt like the sea on a clear day, she says. Thoughts could just drift past.
Without needing to fix them, unlike in surgery.
Exactly. She describes it as becoming a body, working in concert, doing something purely for no reason other than my own joy. That's her real happy place. Discovered through touch, through making something.
Okay, now Wyn's journey, also really revealing. The party king, who barely got into Mattingly.
Right. Didn't even graduate on time. But beneath that surface, he's struggling. A lot.
He's secretly using edibles for anxiety.
Yeah, and admits he has a low tolerance now.
Yes.
And that whole furniture repair career.
A cover story.
Totally. He's actually built this successful pottery business in Montana, making these beautiful named vases like Hank, named after his late father.
Why keep that a secret? Success like that.
Fear, I think. Fear of being seen as a caricature, maybe. Or a fear of failure, still. It taps into his deeper issues with vulnerability.
Ah, right. He says something like, people are interested up front, but it never lasts.
Exactly. Once I get together with someone, really let them in, the novelty wears off fast. That's why he didn't date friends, he claimed.
And there's the claustrophobia, too, from that childhood accident with the armoire.
Adds another layer of hidden anxiety, doesn't it? But Montana, his family, especially after his dad's passing, that becomes central to who he's becoming.
So that party king persona was really just a shield.
A very effective one for a long time.
Okay, let's talk about Cleo. How does her path show a different kind of growth?
Cleo's journey is really about trusting your gut, I think.
Yeah.
She initially wanted an MFA, right? Art school. But she pivots, finds this passion for urban farming, and becomes incredibly successful at it. She maxed out her CSA.
Which means her community-supported agriculture program is full. People love what she grows.
Exactly. It shows her ability to find purpose where it truly resonates for her. And she's always been the group's emotional radar.
Right, here it says, Cleo's always been able to see through me.
She senses Harriet's unhappiness long before anyone else does. That quiet wisdom becomes really important later on.
And then there's Sabrina. Your notes paint her as feeling this intense need to hold the group together.
Desperately, almost. She admits she's always the one calling, scheduling, checking in. There's this real hurt, this fear they're drifting apart.
Which explains the hyper-organization. The itineraries with scheduled bathroom breaks.
Ah, yes. It comes from a place of deep love, wanting to make the trip perfect. But it's also about her anxiety, her fear of loss, needing control.
So the love is real, but the method
Can be stifling.
Exactly.
She thinks orchestrating everything perfectly can stop things from changing, which, of course, creates its own tension, sets the stage for that inevitable explosion.
So all this baggage, all these secrets, they're about to detonate. And the trigger.
Sabrina's plan for matching tattoos.
Oh, boy. A permanent symbol of friendship right when it's fracturing. The irony.
Huge irony. And it's during this tattoo shop discussion that the truth about Harriet and Wyn finally comes out.
Ow.
Parth accidentally sees Wyn's phone, notices Harriet and Wyn haven't texted in months. He mentions it, and the whole thing unravels.
And the fallout is bad.
Intense. Sabrina just unleashes all her pent-up anger and hurt, accuses Harriet of being checked out, of phasing us out. Her deepest fear comes out. If you and Wyn weren't together, then you didn't want us either. She feels like the whole friendship is imploding.
It wasn't just the lie itself, it was what it represented to her.
Exactly. Her insecurity that the group she fought so hard to maintain was dissolving.
And this is where Cleo steps in, the voice of reason.
Yes, Cleo. Calm but firm. She confronts Sabrina's manipulation, basically, telling her, you don't get to decide what's best for everyone.
That's huge.
It is. She acknowledges Sabrina meant well, but points out how it just caused stress, forced things. Emphasizes that they all have other things going on in our lives.
That's a crucial moment for the group dynamic, isn't it? Shifting the blame.
Absolutely pivotal. Cleo forces them, not just Sabrina really, but the whole group, to see that love as control is damaging. It cracks things open for real communication.
Which forces Harriet and Wyn to finally be honest.
Brutally honest about their lingering feelings, the real reasons they broke up. Wyn talks about his depression after his dad died, that analogy he uses.
Oh, the lung capacity one.
Yeah, operating on a 55% lung capacity without realizing breathing just wasn't supposed to be that hard. Starting antidepressants was like that for me.
Wow. That just, it hits home, doesn't it? It captures that silent struggle perfectly.
It really does. And Harriet admits her way of coping was just trying to be fine all the time.
Which pushed Wyn away.
Right. And she reveals how much she struggled after the breakup, saying she tried to love somebody else, but just couldn't stop feeling like I was yours.
So vulnerable. For both of them. And for the others watching.
Definitely. And out of that raw honesty, they actually agree to fight better. They set rules.
Rules for fighting? Like what?
Like no name calling, it's okay to walk away. They even practice by airing small grievances, like Wyn loading the dishwasher wrong.
Seriously?
Yeah, or Harriet downplaying Wyn's intelligence sometimes. It sounds minor, but it's about practicing that direct, honest communication, valuing transparency over fake harmony.
That's actually a great takeaway for any relationship, isn't it? How to fight fair.
Totally. So after this huge blow-up, they actually managed to reconcile. They reaffirm their love, calling themselves best family.
And they share those funny little confessions.
Yeah, like Harriet admitting she broke Sabrina's straightener years ago and lost their shared vintage Ray-Bans.
And Cleo used Sabrina's toothbrush once. Ew.
Huh. Yes. And apparently Hext, a bad poet Sabrina dated.
Okay, maybe TMI on the toothbrush, but the rest.
Yeah.
It's like clearing the air, right? Smaller truths after the big one.
It solidifies the bond, strangely enough. Shows they can survive imperfection. And then Cleo drops her big news.
Right, the pregnancy.
Which shocks everyone, especially Sabrina. But it also becomes this major turning point, something new, something hopeful, anchoring their future together.
Wyn's reaction is pure joy, apparently, hugging everyone.
Yeah, asking if the news hit Harriet, too. It just shifts the whole energy.
Absolutely. A huge shift. And for Harriet, the biggest shift happens right at the airport, doesn't it? Her own massive aha moment.
It really is. She realizes she doesn't want to go back to San Francisco, to her residency.
She wants Montana, with Wyn and pottery.
Exactly. It's this huge pivot. And it starts with that phone call to her parents.
Where she finally stands up to them, challenges their expectations.
Courageously asserts her own desire for happiness. It's a pivotal call. And your notes mention her sister Eloise texts her supportively right after.
revealing her own resentment about their parents' pressure and saying she's proud of Harriet.
Yeah, it signals this potentially new, more authentic relationship with her family, too, breaking that cycle.
And Wyn, through all this, he's just there for her.
Completely steadfast, unwavering love and support, even when she was doubting everything. He tells her, a happy potter's better for this world than a miserable surgeon.
Wow. Believing in her happiness over prestige.
Deeply. And he repeats his promise, I'll love you forever. But this time, having gone through the fire, it holds so much more weight.
So it culminates in Harriet actually moving to Montana.
Yes. Starting this new life with Wyn, finding her home not just in a place, but in him, his family.
And her parents eventually come around.
Gradually, they visit. Her mom even has this breakthrough moment, finally understanding Harriet's need for her own happiness. It validates everything.
That's a beautiful full circle moment. And the maple syrup.
Ah, yes, the campfire maple syrup she buys for everyone. Perfect symbol, isn't it? Sweetness, connection, something authentic from her new life.
She realizes her happy place isn't a location.
It's a feeling, found with the people who really see you, love you for who you are, in a life you've chosen for yourself.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, thinking about these insights? This deep dive, it really shows that true connection, it's not about avoiding the hard stuff, is it?
Not at all. It's not about perfect appearances. It's about having the courage to be vulnerable.
To say what you really want.
Yeah. And to let your relationships, friends, partners, family evolve and adapt, even when uncomfortable truths come out.
Which leads to maybe an important question for all of us. In a world that values outward success, those preconceived ideas of happiness, what secrets might you be holding on to?
Secrets that might be holding you back from your own happy place. Maybe the real journey is stopping trying to be what everyone else expects.
And figuring out what actually makes you feel anchored, alive.
Exactly. What parts of your life could use a little bit of that honest fighting?
Right. Where might you find your own joy, even if it means, I don't know, swapping that $1,000 Prosecco for a gas station hot dog sometimes?
It's possible. And remember, sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen when you realize your happy place. It isn't just a spot on a map.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
Yeah.
Found when you're exactly where you're meant to be, with the people who truly see you and love you for who you are, just like these characters ultimately discovered.